Yeah, one of the early stages of alcoholism or finding yourself on the AUD spectrum is not being able to eat. And I don't necessarily mean you drank too much and for the next 2 days your stomach hurts and you're nauseous and you're hungover. I'm talking about the earliest, very basic, super simple symptom that most of us completely overlook and then realize once we've developed an addiction or a dependency that we could have stopped and we should have paid attention. And it is not being hungry. If alcohol is a part of your daily regimen and you are numbing your hunger pains or realizing that your hunger pains are numb when you drink, then we're starting to develop a dependency. What happens, just like me, I drank for 24 years, had an addiction for 2.5, is I would never even consider eating food unless I had a shot, unless there was a beer, unless there was a margarita, unless there was a mimosa, unless there was champagne. I couldn't naturally desire food because the thought of food made me sick. And then I really just wasn't enjoying food anyway. And because alcohol is a neurotoxin, it's a drug, it numbed my awareness and ability to taste. So why would I want to eat food anyway? Plus, I made all the typical excuses. There's water in beer. There's ice at the bottom of the glass. Beer is yeast, therefore it's bread. I'm getting all the things that I need from the alcohol, so I don't really need to eat that much food. And in actual neurological scientific perspective, you're right. There's tons of calories in alcohol. As a matter of fact, a majority of the people that drink casually consume over 36,000 extra calories than required to stay alive just because of the sugar content and what alcohol is made of. Not to mention, there is some basic hydration, and the sugars that are in alcohol is the same exact glucose and glycogen that your brain uses to function. Your brain eats sugar. So, this is why when you stop drinking, you're not very hungry. When you stop drinking, you think about alcohol. And it's because you haven't supplemented the sugars and the carbs and the calories and the hydration yet. So, not only if you drink too much, you're not going to want to eat and hydrate anyway, but when you develop a dependency, the thought of doing any of that makes you want to drink. So I say this to go, some of the earliest signs you could ever possibly imagine is not wanting to eat unless you're having a drink or unless there's a drink associated with it. I've written books about this, man. I've released numerous programs. I have numerous websites. Don't be afraid to check my page to grab some complimentary resources, get some